Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of The Walk Around. Grab some popcorn, get some drinks, and enjoy the show. Alrighty, what's up guys, and welcome back to episode, I think it's 5 of this season of The Walk Around, which is season 2. And as I said guys, we this is the season of diversity, clearly, because we've got so much going on. You guys would have seen in the last season, I actually just mentioned that this one just didn't make last season. So yeah, season 2 is its time to shine. And guys, this is a special one. This is a lot of people's first bike. It was actually, I think, my sister's first bike ever. And yeah, I think for a lot of people, it's quite a special bike. And yeah, nonetheless guys, we're gonna have a good look at this thing, give you a nice little startup, and yeah, we're just gonna jump straight into it guys. This is a 1999 Suzuki LT50. So yeah, 50 cc's guys. As I said, this is probably where it all started for a lot of current riders and actually future riders. I know things are moving electric, but I have faith in my combustion engine people that we will continue this thing's legacy. And yeah, no, it's just an absolutely awesome little machine. And yeah, it's got a special place in my heart, and I'm sure it's got a special place in a lot of other people's hearts. Now, although this is only a 50cc guys, don't underestimate these things. I've seen Dewet, the owner, who's about, I don't know, I'm listening to it, I'm just gonna estimate, yeah, 100 kgs. I've seen him riding it. I've seen Maniki the salesman riding it. So yeah, no guys, these things, it's like the PW50s, the PW80s. Yes, they're small tiny little machines, but you know, these things, it's enough power to take a grown human being. So obviously it's not recommended, but yeah, you can do it. So no, these things are absolutely awesome. So yeah guys, as I always do, we're gonna have a look at any sort of modifications. Obviously we're very limited here, and then following that, we're gonna have a look at some of the damage if there is any, and then yeah, we'll give you guys a nice little startup. Maybe with this one you guys will get lucky, we'll give you a little bit of a ride around the shop. But yeah guys, without further ado, we're just gonna jump straight into this. And yeah, as I said guys, you know, for a lot of people this is probably where it all started. I think for me personally, I actually started out on an electric quad. Don't know how those existed when I was, you know, in that age range. But anyways, I think I was about maybe 4 years old, maybe 3 years old, and I had myself a little green electric quad. So yeah, other than that, your normal beginner kind of bikes, like I said, PW50s, PW80s. Obviously, you've also got the SX50 minis, but in my opinion, those are a little bit peppy for kids. And it's more so like the kids racing version of like a PW50. So yeah, those SX50 minis are something else. Those are scary little machines. So yeah, this and like a PW50, very similar thing. You know, in my personal opinion, I feel like on this, I would actually start off on like a little push bike. You know, get them to kind of get their balancing down. Once they sorted on the push bike, get them onto something like this. And the reason I say that is because you've actually got a throttle here. And then they can learn a little bit about the throttle and how it works. You know, this means go faster, this means don't go faster, you know. Give them a little bit of an understanding of the brakes as well. You know, these things are so easy to limit. You'll see here, and I'm just gonna have to adjust the camera. Yeah, you'll see here there's space for a little pin to go in, and then you can set that. So there's your throttle, and now it's just obviously if I set my pin up there, then it's going to stop there. But if I get rid of the pin, then it can go further. So very nice and simple. They've made it like that so you can limit these things. Yeah guys, so you can really limit these things and help your kids to kind of just get an idea of accelerate, brake, accelerate, brake. So yeah, it's just kind of a good way to build things up. Obviously you can call your kid on a PW50 and be like, off you go and learn. It's pretty much what I did. I have barely any memory of riding my quad. I just remember riding my 50s. So yeah, you can do it safest way possible. I would say push bike, get onto one of these, and then go into like a PW50. Or I think if you're gonna go from one of these to a motorbike, you can probably go to like a PW80. They're really not that crazy. So yeah guys, with that being said, I just wanted to kind of get that out of the way because it's a common question. Also, you know, what sort of age range can look at these sort of things? And like I said, you know, between about maybe 4 years old, I want to say 3, but I think 4 is a safe play, up until maybe about 6 or 7. you know. And I think that's pretty much where the sweet spot is going to be for these things. However, as I said, you guys are going to watch. I'm going to get on this thing. I'm 22 years old. You'll watch me get on this thing, and it'll go. It'll most definitely go. So guys, the first thing that I do want to just mention is that we are fighting for our lives to get a grip that'll fit on here, and it's because it's a very weirdly sized grip. It's not even a bicycle grip. The bicycle handlebars are actually thinner than that. So yeah, we're really just struggling to find grips that are going to work. Obviously, there's a very old bike, as I said, 1999. So yeah, we're just struggling to get that. But yeah, we're doing our best. Then next thing to mention, guys, it is carbureted, and it's actually very easy to function. So for my parents out there, this is your juice. So obviously you're gonna have off, your on, and your reserve. So yeah, it's super easy. Basically, just gonna put it onto on. And then up here, you've got your stop-start button. I'll just turn it, so stop and start. And then, yeah, once everything is on, you basically just pull this and off you go. Yeah, Bob's your uncle. This thing's going to be running. So yeah, super easy to use, super easy to maintain. It's such a small little engine. You know, these things are probably so easy to service. I mean, we've got the Dewet&Bikes service center over there, so you can come and service it with us. Yeah, guys, there's not much to these things. They're probably so cheap to maintain and just keep running. I mean, it's since 1999, and here it is. Obviously, this one has been reconditioned. It's actually looking super nice. For me, it would be an absolute no-brainer. Get one of these, get a little PW50 or 80, and you sorted. Or your kid rather. Your kid is sorted for their learning journey, to get into the sport, and whether they want to stay on quads or whether they want to go the motorbike route. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than this. The other nice thing is these wheels are nice and big. So I mean, this thing it can just go. Well, when I had one, it was actually on a farm, so perfect place. There's not much that you have to worry about when it comes to these things. And once again, they are so light, so it's really not gonna hurt your kid too much if they do flip it. Obviously, that's not advisable. But yeah, no, they're super light. So yeah, no, I wouldn't worry too much, let's just say that. And yeah, super easy. I mean, there's basically one fairing here at the back, and then just your fairing at the front, and then your seat pops off. So yeah, again, guys, just super easy to clean, super easy to keep it running. And yeah, no, it couldn't get easier than this, in all honesty. Guys, I think I've pretty much actually covered everything. I did mention it is carbureted. So you've got your pull start over there, you've got your fuel line, your fuel tap as well, your on and off button, your throttle with the limiter. Yeah, guys, there's really not much else for me to cover. Just want to have a look at a little bit of a damage. Obviously, you can see over here it's just a scuff. Yeah, as I said, guys, 1999, eh? So all things considered, we are in pretty good condition. You'll see here, just on this rim, there's a few scuffs in that. It's honestly, it's expected, eh? It's stuff that you're not really going to be able to avoid. As I said, remember, it is a kid's bike. These things are basically built and designed to be crashed, because that's all you're going to be doing when you're a kid. You'll see on the front bumper, there's just a little bit of dents and stuff. As I said, it has been reconned, so it's just been painted over there a little bit. Yeah, rims, as I said, just a few dents in that, a little bit of rust here and there. Engine is actually looking pretty nice. I think that was also reconned with the carb and everything. I'm assuming that's actually a new carb because it looks really clean. And yeah, guys, I think that's about it. I don't want to keep yapping. I don't want to just kind of go off topic or anything like that and talk about unnecessary stuff. Obviously, you'll see that you've also got your bar cushion here. So obviously with the off-road helmets, it's not like a full face, so you can actually hit your chin, and this will obviously just provide a little bit of protection if that does end up happening. So yeah, guys, we're gonna get this thing started. I'm gonna ride it to where it was, and then yeah, well, actually, let me just wrap things up, and then I'll kind of give you guys a nice little send-off. But yeah, guys, that's it, eh? There's really nothing much else for me to kind of cover and talk about. I don't want to go off topic or anything like that. I feel like I've given you everything that I can. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the episode. If you have any questions that I wasn't able to answer, just pop them down there in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, yeah, guys, we're gonna start this thing up, and yeah, we'll finish the video off. Here we go, boys. Ugh. I just actually had to put the choke on there. Alright, here we go. Oh, have to reverse here a little bit. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're running out of fuel. Oh, we ran out of fuel. There you have it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go and put some fuel in this thing and get it back on the floor. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace.